Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. You can always follow along with us on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny and also on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Well, I'm craving a little fabric time, so I thought I would make just maybe some little fabric clusters to put in my journal and to kind of embellish some Christmas ephemera, etc. So basically what I have here that you see is my travel, including these. This would be my travel, like when I fly. So like we're getting ready to fly for the holidays and travel. And so what I do is this is what I take with me on the plane. I also take a cigar box full of whatever I'm working on, whether it be clusters or I'm quilting something or whatever. I put that type of thing in my cigar box. I have a travel cigar box. But anyways, so I might also check and see if I can take these, because the last time I traveled last year, you could take up to 4-inch blades. So this blade is only about let's see what it is. This blade is about 2.5, just shy of 2.5. So even this one, would be under the 4-inch, which surprised me. But I need to go back on and look at that and just double check for the airline that we're traveling with. But this is what I travel with. I travel with my wool pad, which I love. I use this so often, just day to day. I use it to iron on. I use it to place things, while I'm placing fabric items. I take this tiny little pin cushion my mom made me. I don't know if you remember the story that I told you about, where when I opened my brick and mortar years ago, there was an open house. The whole street had stayed open late, and so it was my official open house. And my mom made a ton of these little pin cushions, and they're absolutely precious. And she made them so I could give out to people that visited my shop. And I only have a few of them left. This one is well used. And then I just gave 2 away, one to my niece and one to my great niece. My great niece wanted one, and of course I couldn't wait to give her one of her grandma greats. So, and then what I also do, depending on what I'm working on, I'll just take playing cards and I'll wrap the like in this case, this was kind of an embroidery yarn. I was working on something, and I'll wrap the colors that I'm using. Just put little slits, and I'll wrap whatever colors I'm needing, and then I have what I need to, for travel. If I'm doing something that demands like one long, I might take, something like this, but so far that has not happened. So these work perfect. And I don't know if these are going to be the colors of what I'll need this time, but anyways, I have those. So anyways, I got out some embroidery thread to use today, because I think instead of stitching on the machine, I'm just going to put a couple of stitches in by hand. So I got out some different threads. And then I also got, excuse the reach here, I've got my threader here just in case. I also got out some yarn scraps. Most of these scraps come from my daughter. She crochets a lot, and so I don't really need a lot of yarn anymore. I don't crochet as much as I used to. So I'll go over once in a while and just take a couple of swigs off of something, so I'll probably maybe I'll use this red, maybe this blue. Maybe this light blue. We'll see. So I've got that just in case. And then I'm going to set this over here just so I don't. And then I've just got a bunch of fabric scraps. So I thought I would just dig right in. Of course, I have my Kathy Holden scraps here. And I think I'm going to use that as a base for one. And maybe this as a base. Ooh, and this one. Okay, I'm just going to get a few out at a time here. But I'm going to go ahead and rip that down because I don't want them too awfully big. So rip that down. And then I'm going to just make little clusters size. So I hope everyone's having a super great day. And I just want to thank all of those that, you know, have been watching us this year. And then all of our new subscribers. I'm super happy to have you. It's so exciting to have you with us at the Little Yellow House. And so thank you everyone for watching. I'm going to try so hard not to jiggle this camera. I'm not sure what is loose. I've tried to tighten everything, but something is still loose, and it doesn't help that, you know, I am parked right up against the desk here, but probably wiggles every time I breathe. Okay, so there's a few ready to go. Now let's get, we probably won't, I have a feeling I won't get all of these done, but you never know, maybe I'll be on a roll and I'll get to going. So these are just going to be tiny little embellishments. If I can get that one torn. So I do have my tree put up finally. It's not complete, and I'll tell you why. Because I want to put my tinsel on. I always put tinsel on, and I put it strand by strand. I do like the look of the clumps, though, of tinsel, you know, where it's just big globs of it. I do like that look. But I put mine on strand by strand, and then the last couple, I don't know if I told you this or not, but my favorite tree was a 12-foot tree that we had, and I just covered it head to toe all the way through. Every branch had multiples on it, and I just loved it. But then when we moved here, this house, the ceilings are not 15 foot like what we had before. They are 8 foot, and so I don't really, you know, I have to have a much shorter tree. Well, I found one at a flea market last year or the year before that was 7 foot, and it was, you know, quite large in girth way, you know. And but the problem was with all my ornaments that I have, my ornaments wouldn't hang. They kept brushing, you know. It was such a full tree, the branches, and I like all of my ornaments to hang free. So when you walk by, or the heater kicks on, or what have you, just any little breeze causes all of those little ornaments to move, and I love that. So I always make sure that my ornaments all hang free. And then I do have a few little things, like I have a small Christmas corsage collection, and I poke those in the tree, of course, so those don't rattle free, but for the most part everything hangs free. Okay, so let's just take a few of these out. Anyways, so that was not happening with the other tree that I had gotten at the flea market. So I don't like to invest a lot in a tree because I never know if it's going to quite work for what I need. Okay, I don't know if any of these are going to work. These are more subdued, which is fine, but we'll set those aside for now. do have a little bit of these still left. So anyways, at Walmart I got this tree. It was $39.99 or $39.97, I think. And I looked at all of the trees and I thought, you know what? That one is so sparse. It may just work. It hardly has any branches, and it's kind of like it has the top and then a big gap and then the middle and then a big gap. And then, so there's gaps in between, which most people would be like, you do not want that. But for someone like me that has so many ornaments that I like to hang all the way through, it doesn't bother me. So, yeah, so I got it. I put it up. And, I really like it. I really like it. It looks pretty cute. So the only problem is it's a small tree. I mean, it is 6 foot, but it's dainty. And so, it's okay. I don't know if I want that one. I want a little bit more color. So it's okay in that sense, and another thing is I have it packed, loaded with ornaments. Still did not use all my ornaments, so that's okay. But now that I have this tree, so this is what I was getting to with my long roundabout story. Now that I have this tree, I thought, well, I can put on I have a lot of vintage garland, and I haven't been putting that on the tree because the branches have been so close together that it just doesn't hang right. So then I thought, well, now that the branches aren't so close together, maybe I can, hang some stuff. So, I'm looking forward to finding my vintage garland. I've probably packed it away so far away that it's going to take a while to find. That's cute. Maybe we do the same thing on the other side over here. I'm not sure about this red on that gold. I wonder if I can find something that might work better. I'm just looking through my scraps here. See what I have. I'll look at Kathy's again. The one that has the garland, that might work well. Let me cut a piece of that off. So, and I don't think I'm going to get it all done. Like, I don't think I'm going to get the tree complete before we go. Not the tree. The Christmas decorations. And because we live out in the middle of nowhere, it's great on one hand because, you probably won't get a lot of disturbance while you're gone. But on the other hand, if you do, there's not a lot of people that are going to see it. So I'm kind of hesitant to put all my vintage things out on the porch before we leave. But we'll see. I might. Okay. I'm still piddling around here. I want a couple of other things. How about a little bit of lace? I love this. This came off the hem of a dress. Oof, I just love it so much. Okay. Whoopsie. I can't tell. You remember I told you that I have this wheeze ever since I had the I have a wheeze, and I can't tell right now if I'm hearing myself wheeze or if there's a bird outside chirping. So I apologize if you're hearing me wheeze. Because the thing about it is, when I wheeze, I don't feel it. It's not anything in my lungs that I feel like, you know, when you're sick and you have a hard time breathing. It's not like that. I just have like a deep wheeze. It's like I think I might have mentioned to you one time I kept thinking, why do I keep hearing a kitten cry? And I was looking out every window trying to see if I could find this kitten. Where was this kitten at? And everywhere I went, every window I looked, I kept hearing this kitten. And finally I sat down and I realized, wait a second, I'm that kitten. I'm wheezing. Okay. How about a little bit? I'm about ready to start sewing because I think that's going to add a little bit of spunk. Yeah, I think it's me wheezing. Let's save those. This needs something. How about maybe let's see what a little bit of ribbon looks like. Yeah. What about this one? And this one, I'm just wondering if it would look better. I do try to have everything meet in the middle because typically that's going to be where I secure it, is in the middle. What about this guy? Needs a little bit of something. Wow, that airplane's low. Yowza. Did you hear that? No. What is it missing? It's missing something in the back. How about I have a little bit of this, some more of this Kathy Holden that has the granny square, which I love. We grew up with granny squares. My mom has made so many granny square Afghans. I think we each have at least one. We love them. And they're all very uniform. When I crochet, I'm not very uniform. I just go at it. So sometimes it's tight, sometimes it's loose, whatever. But my mom's is just so beautiful. I don't know. Something's missing. Something is missing. All right, I'm just going to sew. We'll see how it goes. Let's put this away. Move this away. And then I have these little buttons out too. Okay, let's see here. Let's do this one first. And so I'm going to get a needle. And I think I'm going to get this thread here. Unless I have some on the card already. Let's see. Might as well use it up, huh? Have that really light, and then I have this. I think I'll try that. This is like a, I'm not sure what you call it, but at an estate sale one time. I bought a ton of this kind of embroidery yarn type of thing. And I think I'm going to take the whole thing off just so I don't cut it. And it's really fun to embroider with. Now, where's that? There it is. I am going to use this, and I'm going to try not to pull too hard. I usually ruin these. I do have some metal ones that I use in my workshops, but I've got those packed away in my workshop stuff. Oh, they're perfect. Okay. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do just a simple tack stitch, but I'm going to leave a little tail. See? Just a little tack stitch. And then let's look at buttons. See if I have anything that might look cute there. A big blue one. What does that look like? I think that's fun. Let's do it. Okay. Whoops, come on. All right. I'm going to just rethread this one. And get it through there. The only thing about this this little yarn thread is that it does, you can see, kind of feather out after you use it for a little bit. And so sometimes it'll tear off. Okay. Then I just wanted to tie a little knot up here. I think that would be kind of cute to have that kind of hanging out. Oops. Yeah. So that's cute. Do I have a tag? This could go on to show you. Let me see if I have a tag. Well, here's a journal card as an example. So I could just glue that right on there. It's cute, isn't it? You don't have to put a button, and you certainly don't have to have one that thick. If you do put a button, you could just use, like, you know, you could just keep it just like this and not put a button, but I thought I'd put a button on mine. All right. So let's go to the next one. And I do have some red thread, so maybe we'll use red on that. I don't even know if this is the card I got this off of. This worked out so well when I was traveling, you know, because I was sewing with so many different colors, kind of like what I'm doing right now. So it really worked well. This one's pretty long, so I don't think I'm going to unravel the whole thing. Okay. Nope. Put it through the needle first. Good grief. Okay. Now, what about, I have these cute little polka dots. It's kind of cute. I think I'm just going to put it on there. Hopefully my needle will go through it. Ooh, it's a lot of fabric. There we go. Let's see if yeah, it went through. So I'll just leave it like that, and then I'll tie it. Maybe I'll go down one more time just to make it nice and secure. Okay. My fingers, as I've gotten older, they don't, it's really weird. They don't have the sensitivity that, they did when I was younger. So like, you can pull something out of hot water or out of frying pan or whatever. But with that comes, a little bit of fumbly with your fingers too. So that's cute. That's a cute one too. You can bust these out quite quickly, especially if you're not changing threads all the time, you could. So on this one, I think I'm going to put a red. What kind of red? That might be too thick enough. Here's a nice thin one. Yep, that's cute. Okay. I want to get that tail wrapped up in there. Never be able to tie it off. Okay. Fun. Whoops. Very fun. Okay. Alrighty, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on to make these. And let's see if I have a piece of paper to show you. Continue on to make these and make myself a little stockpile. I do have some in my stash that are not Christmas, and I might make some more because they're so fun to make and they're so easy. So, but I'll put a picture on Facebook and Instagram of any of the other ones that I make, but they're so delicate. I love all of the, using all of the different little elements. And when someone you know, gets a journal with this on a tag or something, I mean, you could just really look at it for several minutes and look at all the cuteness in it. It's awesome. Fun. Whoopsie. Ooh, yikes. Probably why we cut those at angles so it won't continue to unravel. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out with me this morning, and I hope that you all have a really great day. I hope you give these a try, and you can just use scraps, you know, just use your scraps from whatever project you've done. Of course, you can make these with paper, and we've done that before. Just use your stapler and give it a ka-chunk there, or glue them on, and they're just as cute. So I have a stash of those too. Okay, great. Well, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks everybody for watching. And don't forget, we pray blessings over you. And we want you to know you're so loved. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.